the founding members of O Block damn near all gone, bro. Like, it's not too many. It's Gleesh, E-Dog, like a few other people probably, but like the real core members, Boss Top, like it's not that many around no more, bro. Like this shit crazy. I gotta get on track though. Real,
Early May 2025, Chicago police announced that 24-year-old Jamon Brown, known on the streets as Munaman, was charged with the 2021 murder of a 27-year-old man in Southside Chicago.
Okay.
The victim, Avion D. Givens, aka Arroy or Alo, was fatally shot after a fight on the sidewalk in the 6400 block of South King Drive.
Then they got mind on the murder?
2021. These confirmed facts, Brown's arrest, and the details of the shooting have prompted intense discussion.
They saying that, bro. The O been crazy as hell, but you telling me you did that? I thought it was one of the shorties that did that. You one of the OGs. You supposed to be the big homie, and you out here in the O though. You could have at least pistol whipped him. I would have been cool with that. You would have popped him in his head real quick, feel me? Talked a little shit, walked off. I would have been, I would have been off the type of way, but I would have been cool with that. But you had to pop him though. You crazy.
And speculation online as neighborhood rumor mills buzz with theories about why and how Muna became involved in that killing. Parkway Gardens, aka O Block, the Chicago public housing complex where Muna Man grew up, looms large in this story. O Block is widely reported to be the home turf of a Black Disciples affiliated street gang, and it's known as a hotbed for drill music culture and gang violence.
Yeah,
Residents like Muna Man and his associates form crews. For example, one online profile tagged him with O Block / Jump Out Boys that operated out of these buildings. Inside O Block, young men often claim reputation through music videos and street encounters, and feuds are settled by gunfire as much as lyrics. Little is publicly documented about Muna Man's early life, but insiders say he grew up in the heart of O Block. Like many Chicago youth in that area, he was drawn into local street culture as a teenager. Online posts link him to groups like the Jump Out Boys and the Block affiliated crew, and drill music channels have featured him in interviews, suggesting he has some presence as a local rapper. Chicago's gang map is complex, but O Block is generally tied to the Black Disciples gang. As ABC7 Chicago reported, the police have described O Block as a set of the Black Disciples involved in violent feuds that grew up. Growing up in that environment, Muna Man would have known that violence was never far away. According to community reports, he had family connections in the area. For example, his reputed blood brother J.D. Munna was killed in a shooting 2023, deepening his ties to local crews. Street rumors, as seen on forums like Reddit and in drill community chats, paint an even more detailed picture of his pre-arrest life. Some users claim Muna and an associate named Lil Mike once stole money from a respected O Block member nicknamed Nua.
Okay.
Whether these claims are true is unverified.
Never know.
The chatter suggests Muna had already fallen out of favor in some circles. Other posts allege he had previous run-ins with police. One video shows him in handcuffs as recently as 2023 and was known to carry firearms. By late 2021, Muna Man had become a familiar face on the block. He recorded tracks and hung out with other local rappers, but also increasingly drew suspicion and envy. In that climate, it only took a spark to ignite tragedy. The victim in this saga was Avion D. Givens, a 27-year-old Chicago man with local ties. Street names included Arroy or Alo. On December 13, 2021, Avion was with friends in a block when an argument broke out. According to the Chicago Sun-Times, Avion was on the sidewalk in the 6400 block of South King Drive, right near Parkway Gardens, when he got into a physical fight with another man. Witnesses say the scuffle
whooped his ass too,
and suddenly another male pulled out a gun and shot him several times in the body. Avion was rushed to University of Chicago Medical Center, where he later died of his wounds. The shooting was even captured on a Facebook Live video circulating online, sending shockwaves through the neighborhood. Police initially had no suspects, and for years this killing remained unsolved. But local drill fans quickly filled in the blanks with speculation. On community message boards, many assumed the shooter was an O Block affiliate. In fact, the name Muna Man came up almost immediately. Commenters noted that Muna and friends were involved in a scuffle with Avion in the video just before the shooting. Some threads claimed that Avion's own relatives, including a cousin known as Big P, had harassed Muna in the crowd before the murder. These details have not been confirmed by police. What is clear from official sources is that on May 5th, 2025, the Chicago police and U.S. Marshals arrested Jamon Muna Brown in connection with this very murder.
Nigga, the U.S. Marshals came? I ain't gonna lie. They doing some stuff in Chicago I ain't never seen before, so I'm just glad I got out while the getting was good, because they got the feds, the marshals, they got the goddamn ATF, they got everybody in Chicago now. They ain't used to have no feds in Chicago. They ain't used to have no U.S. Marshal come in there and the feds picking up cases because man, what? It's going down. And I ain't gonna lie, it's kind of bogus that nobody in O-Block did any street justice about that. Because I don't know the politics. You know, O-Block is a big place, man. So many subsets, so many different things going on. A lot of niggas don't live there, but they come there every day. It's like a lot of shit. All I'm going to say is, if you, like, the streets know who did it. The streets been knew who did it. So I don't know, man.
Chicago's official press release makes the charges clear. Jamon Brown, 24, of Chicago was charged with first-degree murder for the December 2021 shooting. The statement notes that Brown was taken into custody on May 5th, 2025 in Chicago and identified as the person who shot and killed 27-year-old Avion D. Givens on December 13th, 2021 in the 6400 block of S. Martin Luther King Jr. In other words, police confirm he is accused of killing Avion Givens.
Hey, he guilty. He
Brown
guilty
is
of
being
hell.
held without bond pending a detention hearing. This arrest has now been widely reported by Chicago media and law enforcement. One police spokesman noted only that no additional information is available at this time, but local news outlets as well as countless social media pages filled in color. It identified the victim as an O-Block associate, young man Aroy/Alo, and Moon Aman as an O-Block affiliate who was already locked up at the time on a weapons charge. Indeed, police records show he had been arrested in January 2024 on a weapons offense and only just released on electronic monitoring. Word on the street is that Munna was not expecting to be arrested so long after the fact. Many thought the case had gone cold, making his May 2025 capture all the more dramatic. At his detention hearing on May 7th, Brown appeared in jailhouse jumpsuit flanked by two marshals as news cameras snapped photos. He did not speak publicly and was remanded to Cook County Jail. In the hours and days after the arrest, the story exploded online. On Reddit and drill music forums, commenters traded details, some verified, many speculative. One recurring rumor was that Munaman and Avion had a history. They had argued during an O-Block party or even got into a brawl just before Avion was shot, and that this was payback. Another theory said Munna suspected Avion had talked too much to police or to rival gang members about something and took revenge. Others pointed to financial motives. On one forum, a user claimed Munna and a friend beat Avion for failing to return borrowed money. None of this is substantiated, but it speaks to how Chicago streets
Man, you
work.
never know though.
Friends and enemies are interchangeable.
Streets gonna talk, man. Streets talk will say anything. You never really know until you get in them trenches and you really hear what's going on. Until then, like, or you talk to a girl from the city, them girls be knowing. You really want to find out what's going on in somebody's city, talk to the girls, bro. I promise you. They know everything. Everything. You don't even want to know some of this shit. Yeah, these girls dynamite in their pockets. I talk to some girls from ATL. They know some, yeah.